don't expect it to be a regular weekly review series, but only time would really tell what I'm going to do about this, mainly because this is Wingman's very first episode, but also it was really good. Well, before a couple of months ago, I didn't even know that Wingman ever existed. Like, I think I've heard about the news a couple of months ago, and then it kind of like, I forgot about it, and then like the entire thing resurfaced with the news of the protagonist of the show is going to be the same actor that played young Takeshi Hongo in the Saber Revice crossover movie. So I was pretty interested to at least see what the fuck the kid can actually do, because I don't remember him being that really bad in that movie, but I don't really remember a lot of it, to be completely honest. And after that, I completely forgot that the show ever existed until like, I think Wednesday or even Tuesday. I don't remember. It was very late in the week when the first episode actually dropped. So the show is based on a manga that I didn't read, and I think it was adapted a couple of years later into an anime that I didn't watch. So to be completely honest, I think I am the best man to actually review it, because at least review the live action adaptation, mainly because, hey, I don't have any expectations. Like, the bar that I set is not that high and it's not that low, so it's pretty much in the middle. So I just wanted to watch a first episode, at least one, and at least enjoy it. And in my opinion, for a very first episode, it was actually a great introduction to the world of Wingman. When a world where the only tokusatsu that exist are only toy properties, which is kinda funny. But the protagonist, Hironu, I think it's supposed to be Hironu, is genuinely a charming and awkward goofball, but you can clearly see he's a good kid. Like, come on, it's clearly obvious that he's just slightly too much into this like toku stuff, to the point of slightly being a caricature of a toku fan, with some old heads believing that, oh yes, this is all what toku fans really do, which yeah, some of us really do that. Some of us are like me that just really like talking about it, so they just buy a microphone and talk to it and hope that people would listen, while some are weirdos, the good ones, and then there's the weirdos that are not that great, which I'm not going to explain any further. Again, the dude is genuinely a nice guy. He risked pretty much getting jumped by 5 dudes to just save a girl that he knows that got harassed, which was kind of funny. The way that he just made them run away is just by second-hand embarrassment. It was genuinely funny. Like, those actors that play the other kids in school were like genuinely like, oh, you can see like they were kind of cringing, so it was kind of funny. But his quote-unquote OC being Wingman is interesting, mainly because Japan's like local hero culture, so I am interested how much that at least part is going to play a part of it, or because of Dogenja it would be kind of difficult for the show to do it. I don't know. It would be interesting to just have a Hironu just kind of like go around in his suit and it's like, hey, la 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 la, I'm a good guy, hey, pick up the cigarette, bud, fucking clean up the street, bud, come on. And his interaction with Aoi were like genuinely funny. Like, I love when he like pretty much put her in his like room. He's like, oh no, there is so many bad connotations that she could maybe think about. That's bad for me. Like, I genuinely love this. Is the first thing he really fought off. Okay, second thing he fought off, he saw her like outfit and it's like, oh my god, she's a tokusatsu fan too. Like, this kid is actually probably way more like myself than what I actually think, and it is kind of like genuinely endearing. While I did like that he got a friend that like knows enough about toku, but it's like that one friend that's like knows really way more about Power Rangers than anything else, but this time he's like, oh, I kind of know Kamen Rider. I don't know. While the quote-unquote main main plot really revolved around Aoi. Again, it's not like, I would not say the main plot because it's very character centrist, but it's very much kind of like the quote unquote tokusatsu main plot of like the bad guys are here, and it's pretty much kind of uses set dressing to actually develop the character. Is fully centered around Aoi being an alien from a different dimension, which like I'm not sure if she's supposed to come from the 2D dimension because she calls Hironu's dimension the third dimension, so it's like, are they from a dimension lower or higher? Like, I am not sure, but she comes from a dimension that another alien called, if I'm correct, it's supposed to be Rimmel. I think it's supposed to be Rimmel. Pretty much he's a warlord that came in and took over her dimension and forced her dad, which he is pretty much a well-known scientist in their dimension, to create the dream note. It's pretty much a note that you can write your dreams and they come true, which it's the same notebook that Hironu wrote pretty much Wingman's entire like lore and like fucking, let's just power fucking scale like Wingman, which is kind of funny. Again, it's funny to me that it's like after he saved the girl, was like, oh my god, I have this idea, I need to write it, and it's like, oh, she had the notebook, I'll just write it, which is like, I get it. He did apologize and he said, yeah, I'm just borrowing it, but come on, like, it's somebody else's notebook. And I do like that when she arrived, she's pretty much thinks that, oh yeah, my dad's dead. She's very much like, hey, yeah, let's just, she's just dead, so there is nothing else to do. And she wanted to burn the notebook because like pretty much Hironu gets this power and probably maybe Rimmel and his men would come after them, which I do like. It kind of comes back to bite them in the ass, but it is interesting that Hironu really needed to convince Aoi to let him keep the powers, pretty much saying, hey, it will be beneficial to you because you can use my services as wingman, we can find your father. Like, how much, yeah, it's a nice thing to do, but it's very much going to be indicative to Hironu's character being this teenager slash young adult that really gets attached to Toku, and you can clearly see it from his room, you can clearly see it from his personality, the way he talks. It's a caricature. He characterizes himself as a Toku hero and not a regular human being, so like he's very much like living his dream. So it is going to be kind of interesting that in one point when he's going to understand that, oh, having superpowers isn't that cool anymore, or at least like when you got superpowers you got some sort of responsibility. Again, it's going to be interesting moving forward how the show is going to tell this coming of age story of Hironu, because he very much feels like a coming to age type of protagonist. And the episode is interestingly kind of ends on a cliffhanger with one of Renmil's men, which seems to be that they're actually starting to tap into different dimensions to go after specifically Aoi, appear in Hironu's dimension, and Hironu transforms that, which lead the episode into a cliffhanger. Like, overall, like, this is a really strong first episode for a show that I had no expectation of any kind. It was like genuinely fun. Like, it had great like character building moments. Like, I think Hironu's actor is genuinely good. I think that the entire kind of like a tokusatsu fan getting superpowers and getting a suit is really cool. It's not a story that is new. I think Dugenja was literally like, I think Dugenja already did it, but I don't know, something about this, like High School Heroes did that literally, if I remember correctly. Again, like a superhero fan getting superhero powers isn't new, but I am interested to see how the show is going to do it in its own way. And yeah, it is going to be interesting how the story kind of going to unfold, specifically when I think it's already confirmed that this show is like 6 episodes, so I don't see them just running through, if I'm correct, like 16 volumes of a manga. I think it's like 6 episodes, it's 13 volumes, and it ran for Why? It ran for 2 years, so I don't know how much they're going to do it, how much of at least the volumes are going to be presented in those 6 episodes. And it is going to be kind of interesting moving forward if the show is going to be successful. Are we going to get more? Because I've did my research a little bit about the anime, and it seems that the anime had like 46 to like 49 episodes, so it is going to be interesting moving forward how long this show is actually going to be. So it was pretty damn strong. I truly actually really enjoyed this first episode. Again, I am going to wait and see if this show is continuing to be like this, actually that well done. So I might continue to actually review it week to week. It's fine. But it is really fun because there is a lot of like really fun little eye candy for Toku fans. It's only like Toei property because it is a Toei produced show, so of course like there are not going to be any writers, there are not going to be any Ultraman, but it is interesting to just like see every like little detail in like Hirono's room. Hirono talks about fucking Gavan, which the amount of like meta hero talk in just this first episode is the most that Toei ever did with the franchise in the past like couple of years. So yeah, this episode gets an A. While I really like the Wingman suit, it really feels like a writer, an Ultra, and a meta hero just had a baby. The color scheme is really cool. I do really like the big like eagle design on the chest, but like I don't know, the mask, specifically like the helmet, there is something weird about it which I don't know what's supposed to be the visor. Just like, because like it's entirely black and like the cyan bits or blue bits on the helmet, they're just like, they're actually kind of like translucent. They're actually like, you may think they would actually see from it, but it's weird, I don't know. So, if you watched Wingman episode 1, tell me what you thought about it. Comment below, let me know. Are you now interested of watching the first episode of Wingman? Are you interested in maybe reading the manga? If you read the manga or even watched the anime, like, are they any good? Should I read/watch them? Like, tell me also. If you like the video, please press that like button. Please hit your subscribe button. Achieve his true goal of becoming a subscribed button. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.